Sometimes, the end of a long relationship isn't a sudden explosion. It's a slow, quiet death. It's the moment you realize that even on your best day, even when you're trying your hardest, the person sitting across from you will find a way to remind you that your happiness means nothing. Welcome to Reddit Overheard Stories. Today's story is a painful and deeply personal account from a woman who is questioning her own sanity after a celebration dinner went horribly wrong. To protect her privacy, I will be telling her story. Tonight was supposed to be different. After 15 years together, 10 of them married, their relationship was hanging by a thread. They were on the verge of divorce, a fact that sat between them at all times like an unwelcome guest. But tonight she was trying. She was really, truly trying. It was a celebration. She had just reached a major milestone in the new business she had poured her heart and soul into. This dinner was for her. She put on the dress, the one that had been hanging in her closet for a year, waiting for an occasion special enough, a moment of hope bright enough to wear it. As she looked at herself in the mirror, she felt a flicker of the woman she used to be, the woman she wanted to be again. She didn't care what her husband wore. She just wanted one night of peace, one night where they could pretend to be the happy couple they once were. The restaurant was nice, with dim lighting and the low hum of happy conversations. For a moment, it felt like it might work. They ordered drinks, and that's when she saw it. Under the table, peeking out from beneath the crisp white tablecloth, were his bare feet. His flip-flops were tossed aside, and his feet were just out, in the middle of a nice restaurant. A wave of revulsion and embarrassment washed over her. She took a deep breath, determined not to start a fight. This was her night. She leaned in and whispered, trying to keep her voice light and calm. "Hey, honey, can you please put your shoes back on? It's a bit gross." That was it. No jilling, no accusation. Just a simple, quiet request for basic public etiquette. And in that instant, the man she married vanished, replaced by a sulking, petulant child. He didn't just put his shoes on. He went nuclear. His face contorted into a mask of theatrical misery. He audibly sighed, slumping in his chair, making a show of how deeply her request had wounded him. It was so public, so embarrassing. She could feel the eyes of the tables around them turning in their direction. The celebratory dinner was officially over. He stewed in a dramatic, visible silence for the rest of the meal, then threw a wad of cash on the table without even looking at the bill and stormed out. The car ride home was a torture chamber. He yelled at her the entire way, his voice echoing in the small, dark space. "You can't even logically explain why it's gross," he shouted. "It's not a real rule. It's just your own neuroses. You just have to be controlling. You can't let me be comfortable for 1 second." The attacks didn't stop when they got home. They continued over text, a barrage of accusations pinging on her phone as she sat in the other room. The beautiful dress now feeling like a costume from a sad, failed play. "That was so effed up of you," one message read. And then came the final, devastating blow. "You're gaslighting me because sometimes you're nice and you act like you want to try." And the most twisted part? He was right. She was trying. Her attempt to be nice, her attempt to celebrate, her attempt to salvage their dying marriage. All of it was now being used as a weapon against her. It was her fault for trying. It was her fault for asking for the bare minimum of respect. He had told her she was a bad person so many times over the years that she had started to believe him. She barely knew what was real anymore. And so, she sits alone, with no outside perspective, wondering if he's right. Was she being a controlling neurotic? Did she ruin her own celebration over something as stupid as a pair of shoes? Or was this the final, undeniable proof that she's not the problem? That you can't be nice enough to fix someone who is determined to make you miserable? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.